'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Wasn't that a nice little intro? And then that's when I was going to say, it's not the night before Christmas, but everyone is quiet as a mouse. But then this happened. So yeah, I was in a good mood because Jo had disappeared and gone into the bath and she was acting nice. But then everything just kicked off. She's probably upstairs fucking torpedoing a bottle of wine for all I know. I'm covered in piss and I've just had to feed her and then she's kicked off again. But, you being good? Being good? Good. Right, so let's try and start this all again. Oh, wow, I can't stay mad at her, she's cute as a button. So yes, having a kid takes it out of you. So yeah, I've not been doing many videos, obviously, because of the little bundle of joy in the corner there. And also because it's ideal if obviously Jo's looking after her, then I'm upstairs normally working on the computer, and if I get 5 minutes, I could grab the camera and do a video. But that's not the case, because when you buy a 200-year-old house, it gets fucking cold in the winter, and when you're up there it gets extra cold. So I've had to have a little change around at the moment. As you can see there, I've had to bring my desk downstairs so I can actually enjoy some of the warmth that Jessica and Jo both get. So because I'm down here, I don't know why, I always find it's dead weird if Jo sat there and I'm talking to the camera. It kind of freaks me out. I don't know why, I can't do it while someone's in the room. So yeah, as I said, Jo's in the bath, the little lady's being quiet. Hello, shh. Or I'll pop you. Right, she's been quiet, so yes, I'm going to have 5 minutes with the camera. So, I hope you've all been well. Christmas is here, trimmings are up. So first of all then, a little update with me. Nothing particular has happened. As I said, I've come downstairs because this house, I love this house, but it's solid walls, just one complete big giant brick walls, no insulation whatsoever. So one, it gets nippy, but luckily enough I've put a nice little log burner down here. Looks very nice and beautiful, and it keeps this room very nice and warm. But as for the rest of the rooms, we've got radiators, but you turn them on and the walls are cold and it just sucks the heat out of the room and throws it onto the street for a laugh. So yes, it costs a bit to run the heater, so that's fun. And then you can add in there a bit of rising damp, because that's always a good laugh, that is. So yeah, we got somebody to come out the other day and survey. Luckily enough, I thought the old house was falling apart, but a lot of it's condensation, so we need to be better and open the windows and stuff like that. But there is damp and we've got to take some plaster off, which is annoying because this is the room that I've just finished, well not just finished a hell of a lot of months ago now. But the point is, I've not long done this room, and now we've got to take some of the plaster off and inject the walls and put it all back on. But I suppose that's the fun and games of having a very old house. Now Jessica's coming up to 3 months now on Tuesday, and to be fair, I thought it was going to do a massive hindrance to my gaming. But it kind of did the exact opposite, because obviously babies cry, surprisingly, and the first like few nights when we had her, for some reason, was really clever and was like, let's both stay awake. So then we was both not getting sleep, then we both got very irate, and then we started to try and just verbally attack each other, which was just hell. And then we had the bull moment. I was like, why don't I sleep in a different room and you can get no sleep, then I'll take her, I'll get no sleep and you get sleep. And then was like, ta-da, everything works much better. So be quiet, she's off, she's starting. Now she's just talking. But yeah, it kind of worked. So I stayed down on the lovely sofa for a few months, but it worked out really well because Jo is a night owl and I like to get up really early in the morning. So what she would do is she would look after her throughout the night, and then I'd get up super early, grab her, I'd look after her, and then Jo could get some kip and she would wake up about 12 in the afternoon. So it worked out great. But during that time, I'd get her, clean her, feed her, get a bottle down her, and then she was out cold, which was great, because then I was like, well, I don't really want to start work because it's hard to program if you stop and start. It really, really is. I did try, and if she goes a bit or chucks sick on her face, because they can't do that, it's really hard to just stop and start, because then you come back and go, I don't know where I was. So I kind of thought, well, I'll give up and I'll just sit and play games until Jo comes back again, and then I can hand her over and I can crack on. So in the mornings I was doing about 4 or 5 hours of gaming, and that was when I had Mad Max. Now Mad Max is that game, if you've not played it, I have to say it's one of the surprise packages of the year, because I just thought, it's, from what I looked at the videos, like, it looks like it's very barren, surprisingly, in the desert, but I thought there's probably not much to do in it and it will be just pretty simple game, and I really, really enjoyed it. First of all, I have to say it's one of the, let me just click this because I think it's coming out of focus. it's one of the things which surprised me was how gorgeous the actual game looked, because I would just start the game and I would go out and look at the wastelands, and I would just spend 5-10 minutes just looking at the sky. In fact, I took a load of photos, I'll put some of them up now, and all these are just taken off the Xbox. And to me, if I would have saw these screenshots, I'd be like, yeah, alright, they probably ran on a PC high-end rig. But no, they look absolutely stunning, and I have to say, the explosions in Mad Max are the best explosions I've seen in a game to date. But yeah, I really enjoyed the story, and I even tried to 100% the entire game, but it gets to the stupid bullshit. Oh, are we starting? I think we're good. It gets to the stupid bullshit where it's like, collect all the pieces of scrap. I'm like, it's tedious, mate, I can't be asked to do that. But yeah, I put more hours into that than I expected. It looks gorgeous, I enjoyed the story, but it just plays good. It's like you've got the good Batman fighting mechanics in there. When you get the harpoon gun, oh, hours of fun. And especially just actually fighting against cars in your car, all that kind of combat stuff was just really enjoyable. So yeah, Mad Max, definitely check it out if you haven't. But the big bugger that is consuming, it's consuming big time, is Fallout. Now, Fallout is one of them games that I just, when it's announced, okay, I'm buying it, period, don't worry about it, don't need to see a trailer, I'm buying it, it's Fallout. Same with Witcher. And when it's one of those kind of games, it's one of them things where I just look at nothing. Don't look at trailers, don't look at reviews, don't look at pictures, don't even look about what the game is about or what extra things have added into the game. Look at nothing, because then it's a nice surprise package, because I know I'm buying it. So, did that with Fallout and thought it's probably going to play like Fallout, and it does play like Fallout, and it kind of just looks like the other Fallouts. Now, it looks a bit better, but it still looks a bit like a Fallout. No, she's good, she's good. I think we can get this video done. But the big thing that got me is settlements. My god, the settlements have just completely consumed me. So for anyone that's not played it, it's just a bolt-on that I've put onto there where you can actually create and craft your own villages as such. I think there's 30 in total, and yes, my word. First of all, when I found out about it and started playing it, I was like, I didn't know anything about this, so it was a great surprise package. And then when I started playing it, I was like, this is going to get incredibly addictive. Like, I like Minecraft anyway, so to be able to craft inside a game that I love in the first place, it's just like Jesus. And then it kind of got better and better and better, because at first I was like, I can put walls down and beds down, that's very nice. And I was like, wait a minute, I can actually put turrets up. Oh, okay, I need electricity, and I actually have to wire things up properly, and now I need generators. And then I was like, this is getting even better. And I was doing it nice and easy to start off with. I was like, we've got 10 people, so they'll have 10 food, 10 water, nice and easy. And then I realized you could actually do the supply lines between each base, or whatever you want to call it, settlements. And then that's when I kind of went down the deep end. I was like, well, these are going to be the farms, and this is going to be the water plants, and you supply food down to here. And I went down the rabbit hole, and before I knew it, 80 hours had passed, and I hadn't even started on the story. So I'm about 130 hours into it now, still not got the story wrapped up, and I'm really enjoying it. And the thing that I like about it the most is it's quite clear when you make a decision in this game, and I think that's the only thing that left a sour taste in my mouth from The Witcher. I know I did a video on it, but it annoyed me that you don't know you're leading into a decision, and you don't even know when one's been made until the end. Whereas on this, obviously you got your 3 factions that I think at the moment there may be a secret one introduced later on, God knows. But it's quite clear everyone's agendas and what they actually want to do. And when you actually pick to side with one of them, the missions are obvious and saying this is going to do it. So there's still surprises when you do something to somebody and how it may offend them in a particular way. But I like it because it's clear as day, and I think that's what I'm enjoying the most about it. Oh, she won't stop. This is the lovely little lady. Look at that, you've gone quiet now, you're looking at yourself, you little poser. Right, get rid of that. So yeah, I think I kind of wrapped up. I really like Fallout. And the other thing is we're getting Rocket League to Xbox One, which is amazing, because to be fair, that was the one and only title I was very jealous about PlayStation having, because everything else, they've kind of got both versions. Obviously, PlayStation's got Uncharted, we've got Tomb Raider, they'll have Drive Club, we'll have Forza, and so on. So there's always a different style game as what PlayStation have got. Whereas Rocket League, I've watched many videos and that game looks absolutely amazing. So for it to come to the Xbox One has got me very excited. So the last thing I actually want to say, and yes it might be boring, but I'll keep it short because I know she's going to kick off any minute, and that is the other day something very strange happened to me. And what it was is I was putting my coat on ready to pop out of the house, and I picked the tiny young Jessica up and my back went properly, and I have to say it was quite scary. It left me in a position where I couldn't move at all for about 15 minutes. Eventually I managed to get myself on the ground, and when I was on the ground I was perfect, painless, but as soon as I moved, just horrible pain, and I eventually crawled all the way to the sofa, and I got on the sofa, and at that point I kind of managed to get myself in this position, and then as I put my bum down I couldn't lift my legs back up. Are you going to ruin it? She's going to ruin it. Fucking, I swear to God, I'm going to get her. Oh, no. Threatening works. There you go. Soon to be dads, remember that one. So yes, my back properly went, and after a day of just sitting correctly, hi. I'm sorry if it's annoying having a kid in the background. I've never really watched a video where people have kids in the background. I've learned, don't do it, so I shan't do that again. I'll have to somehow, I'll probably film it in the shed outside with a bottle of whiskey knowing that. Anyhow, so my back went, and I was fine the next day. I kind of got out of it, so I thought, well, it's a warning sign, because the problem is I sit there for 9 hours a day, really piss poor posture, and then what I do is when I finish work I sit down with piss poor posture, and I sit and play computer games or watch television, and either way I just sit with an awful back, and I've been doing it for years when I used to work at the office. It's the same kind of thing, and I thought I've got to sort it out really. So what I've done is every morning I do about 5 minutes worth of back exercises, and I sit correctly, and I've done some research into what I can do to kind of correct my back, and to be fair, it's only 3 days in and my back is absolutely brilliant, and if anything I've probably got more motion than I ever had before just from doing back stretches. But what I wanted to say is, seriously, look after your back. If you sit gaming all the time, after half hour, just stretch your legs for 2 minutes, put the kettle on and have a cup of tea. If it means you're having a cup of teas every 30 minutes, so be it, as long as you get up and just stretch your back out pretty much. I've got a little thing on my computer now, and the ideal time apparently is 20 minutes to get up, and at first I thought, I'm not going to get up every 20 minutes. So I've put an app on the computer, every 20 minutes, a little bell goes off, tells me to get up, and I do. And just for them 2 minutes, I'll go in the kitchen, clean a couple of pots, come back down, and jobs are good. And it's properly sorted out my back. So yes, I just want to warn people that I'm going to go nuts on this level in a minute. But yeah, just want to warn people, seriously, gamers, we've got piss poor posture. So just try and correct it, or if you can't correct it, get up out your chair every 20 minutes. And I'm gonna leave you here now because she's ready to go. So that's me done. She started off again. Fingers crossed we'll get another video done for Christmas. Can't even speak because of this bloody thing. I love you and leave you. Ta-da.